American Chess Day is celebrated on September 1st. It is a game that requires strategy and skill and can take place between two opponents or an opponent and their computer. Each type of piece moves in its own unique way on the board, and you use these different movements to craft your strategy to win. The objective of chess is to capture your opponent's king by physically trapping it so that it can't move away to safety. But before we get into the nuts and bolts of chess, we have to acknowledge its origins, which date long ago and far away from America. The first recorded reference to chess dates back to Persia in the 6th century, found in a manuscript. And by the 900s, early Muslim chess masters wrote about the technique of chess. But despite centuries of playing, the modern-day rules were not fully developed until between the years 1475 and 1500. And with those rules, as typical, it does require that you have a partner. Or at least it did until Alan Turing developed a computer program to play against. Can you guess what year that was? 1948, believe it or not. But how do you start playing? Step 1. Find a chessboard and pieces, assuming you're not playing against a computer. Each player should have 16 pieces, 1 king, 1 queen, 2 rooks or castles, 2 bishops, 2 knights, and 8 pawns. Step 2. Set up the board as required and toss a coin to decide who plays the light or dark pieces, and then each player alternates their turns. Step 3. Light starts off by moving a pawn. Step 4. Protect the king at all costs. Once he is captured, it's game over. Of the 16 pieces listed above, please note that each is allowed to move only in a very specific pattern. The king moves from its square to a neighboring square. The rook can move in a line or row. The bishop moves diagonally. The queen may move like a rook or a bishop. The knight jumps in, making the shortest move that is not a straight one. And the pawn moves 1 square straight ahead. On top of these movements, you also have to make sure that the piece can only move to a square that is empty or occupied by your partner's piece. And it's especially important to note that in only rare cases can 2 pieces move at the same time. Of course, it takes time, intellect, nuance, and skill to become a great chess master, a goal many have strived for and achieved over the centuries. However, on this great day of chess, we encourage players of all levels to go out and enjoy a game. Happy Chess Day!